Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a springtime drugstore fantasy, if you will. I'm even going to do some drugstore skincare, so let's get into it. I am first going to be taking the NATURIUM Vitamin C Complex Serum on my clean skin. Okay, squirt it right on my chest. I love NATURIUM. If you have a Target, that is where you can find it. It's like really high quality skincare for an affordable price. Then I'm going to move on to the Bioma Depuff Brighten Eye Gel. I'm going to take 2 little baby squirts of that. This has ceramides, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C. I just like that it's a gel and that it's cooling underneath my eyes. And also put some in between my brows as well, because the same kind of wrinkles I get under my eyes are like starting to creep in between my eyebrows. And I do all the way around my eye and orbital bone, so if you get oily eyelids, you might not want to do that. But mine get really dry, especially in the inner corner. Why, oh why am I so dry? No one will ever know. Then, also from NATURIUM, this is a beautiful, I don't want to say basic, because basic is, you know, kind of a negative term nowadays, but this is just a really good, solid moisturizer. It has peptides, more vitamin C, panthenol, which is vitamin B5, I believe. I like this so much underneath makeup because it's not going to make me glowy if I don't want to be glowy. It doesn't make me sweat. So there's some moisturizers that are like so occlusive and moisturizing. Like by the time I put on makeup too, it's like my skin is screaming like there's too much on me. And I start to sweat because I'm a sweaty Betty. Then also I'm going to take the NATURIUM Phyto Glow Lip Balm in clear. I use this nearly every time I get ready. I'm having to like roll it up because it's almost gone. It also comes in different colors. It's thick but not sticky, and the clear has like a vanilla Tic Tac flavor, which I absolutely love. I used to just like eat Tic Tacs like by the little case, especially the white ones and the orange ones. Like eat one orange and eat one white together. Creamsicle. This is going to sit on my lips and do its thing while we get into the skin. I'm going to take the Kind Glaze Dewy Glow layer from PACIFICA. This has ceramides, vegan collagen, and vegan squalane. It also has a tint to it, but the tint is like kind of glowy, so it makes for a really nice base, especially when it's spring and you don't want, well, really it's almost summer by now, but when it's warm outside and you don't want, again, a whole lot of heavy layers on your skin, this is actually really nice, and it doesn't make you look like the Tin Man, but it makes your skin just look nice and healthy. And for some concealing action, I'm taking my #1 all-time favorite fave, the Ulta Beauty Color Correcting Concealer in the shade Pink. This concealer is, in fact, the love of my life. That pink tone really helps with my purple, blue, see-through skin. The before and after on this is crazy. This concealer came to my life because I was looking for a dupe for the Ulta Beauty Pink Color Corrector, and this is pretty much it. But I would say this has a touch more coverage. If you're struggling finding a super pale color corrector, check this one out from Ulta. And I'm just going to blend the edges on down to my cheeks. I'm not going to be wearing foundation today, but I am going to be using the Lip Bar Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer. I find my Lip Bar products at Walmart. I love the Lip Bar. If you haven't tried their products, what are you waiting for? So I have a lot of little blimmy blims all around my forehead and chin, and I also have this like red mustache right here and here, which is really rude, but you know. I'm going to take just some light dibby dabs under the eyes and down the center of the face as well. Like, if you've been around and seen any of my other videos, you kind of get the vibe that I love to play with color regardless of what season it is. But in the spring and summer, I feel like it's more socially acceptable. People aren't as taken aback, still taken aback, because I don't mess around. I don't play when it comes to color. Because why not? If it makes me feel confident, that's what matters. That matters more to me than some random person's opinion. And I'm going to set with the E.L.F. Halo Glow Powder, and this is also in the pink version. I'm just taking it on a ginormo fluffy brush and tippy tapping all over. I'm holding my brush straight, parallel to the ground, tapping gently on my face. Now I'm going to take some E.L.F. Camo Powder. I wear the shade 125C, and I'm going to use this little puff that I got off of Amazon and tap right over those blemishes that are still just doing their thing as strong as they can on my face. And then I just want to tap over with that big brush I was using before and blend around. I want it to look covered, but also not a spot where there's suddenly coverage, you know. Also going to take the loose Halo Glow Powder under my eyes. Suddenly coverage is all around me. Suddenly coverage all over my face. Take possibly my favorite bronzer from the drugstore. It is the Flower Beauty Heatwave Luminous Bronzer, and I have the shade Sunrise. This is like an hourglass dupe, and the color is pretty cool toned, so it is fantastic for pale folk like myself. And I'm going to just put it right under the cheekbone as well. I used to like put it all the way across my cheek, but I'm finding that I'm like blending my bronzer in with my blush too much. And if I got a little too far south, I can always take this same little poofy guy without even adding any more powder. There's still some in the puff. And this color is also cool enough for me to kind of like sculpt the jaw a little bit. It's makeup, not magic, but will do everything I can. And for blush, I'm taking the Strawberry Cream little 4-color quad from Undone Beauty. Super pigmented, super stunning. These shades are perfect for a pop of pink for spring. I'm going to take just the pink shade and doop 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 doop. Place it on the skin and then blend it out with a brush. Make my weird little blush face that I do. I'm going to bring my blush like all the way to the outer corner of my eye. It's going to look really like the sun is hitting me right there. Any cream product from Undone Beauty is going to serve you well. They really have beautiful formulas. And then what's left I bring to the center or the apple of the cheek. And a little baby dab on the nose. And I always apply some to my forehead as well, because I want everything to look cohesive. And if this color came from the sun, then it's also going to happen on my forehead as well, and a little on the chin. And when you're going over that powder bronzer, again, you just want to hold the brush parallel to the floor and dab, dab, dab. Dab! Nobody does that anymore. For the eyes, the main star of the show is going to be this Glow Shots Unlimited liquid eyeshadow in the shade Plum Player. I haven't even opened this yet. Wow. Whoop. I have another shade of this. It's like a gold and it's really pretty, so I am expecting nothing less than just amazing things from this. This one does seem a little more sheer than the gold one. I'm going to take a brush and spread that out all over. I have my brush flat and I'm just going to flip it kind of like upside down, so where the color is now going to be in my crease, and I just like to flick up until it's diffused. Really pretty sheer wash. I'll do the other eye. feel like I want to add more, but let's go on to this eye first. I feel like it might need to dry before I layer it. So this will give it the chance to dry. And speaking of spring and summer, I have planted my garden. I did start from seeds, but some of the seedlings aren't doing very well, so I might have to go and get a starter plant. I have green bell peppers, jalapenos, zucchini, squash, okra, broccoli, and strawberries. So I want all my little plant babies to grow their little hearts out, but my little 2-week vacation didn't do them any favors. So here is one sheer layer. Not sheer because I wanted it sheer, but sheer because that's how it's going to be. I'm going to be brave and add some more. And it's either going to build up or just spread out and look exactly the same as the first layer. And I am using tapping motions to kind of move this around and spread it out evenly until I do get up to that crease and everything is super sheer, and then I can do my windshield wiper motions. So it did build up. Not a crazy amount, but it did. I doubt it would like continue to build, but I'm not really wanting to put that much effort into it, to be honest. Maximum effort. So we'll just stop at 2 layers. I also planted some palm trees around my pool, and that was a feat because the palm trees I had before, they had died. They did not survive the winter because I had the wrong kind of palm trees around my pool. I had to get the root ball out of these like huge pots that I had them in. I was like outside wrestling with palm trees, which was so much fun. I'm going to put this underneath the eyes as well. It literally took me like 3 hours. But the palm trees I planted are windmill palms, and they're supposed to be able to withstand cold temperatures. So my fingers are crossed because that was a lot of work. And I live in a very warm climate. They thrive during the summertime, but in the winter it still does get below freezing sometimes, and they're just like, what's going on? I said, hey, what's going on? Very pretty. You could just tap that on with your finger.
I don't like the way it feels on my hands, and now that I get my nails done, if it gets under my nails, it will bother me for hours.
So I use a brush, and I pulled out some of these fun eyeliners from Pacifica because color. This shade is probably like amethyst or lilac or something like that. I'll link it in the description below. These liners from Pacifica are so creamy. They just glide right on the waterline, which is super appreciated because half the time it feels like you're stabbing yourself in the eyeball. I'm going to draw out this inner corner a little bit. Not crazy, just a little bit. And these are very long lasting. They don't give me any issues, but that's just a punch of purple for your spring face. For my brows, I'm going to be using my NYX Thick It Stick It and Lift and Snatch pen in the shade Blonde. So I'm going to apply that, and you're going to take a little pup break, and I'll be right back. For the lashes, I am taking the E.L.F. Lash and Roll Mascara. This has become an absolute favorite of mine, so I need 15 seconds of your time to gush about it. I love the curved wand, and I love that it actually does keep my curl pretty dang well to be a non-waterproof mascara. So I reach for this time after time, and it does not disappoint. Top and bottom lashes. Brilliant. Love it. And next I'm going in with this NYX. We love NYX in this house. This is the NYX Line Loud pencil in the shade Magic Maker. Super creamy, super long lasting, which are not usually two things that go together. And I have a lot of lip liners that I love from like all price points, but you truly cannot go wrong with a NYX liner. To top it off, super easy lip, I'm taking the NYX Lip Drip Fat Oil in the shade Missed Call. Got a big old honkin' doe foot. It's just a really pretty pink gloss. Of course, for day-to-day, you wouldn't have to do the lip liner, so it would be super easy just to touch up. And I do think that I need more pink. I'm going to go back into the blush and rub in a little more pink. Nice. And there you have it, folks. Super spring, super drugstore, super fresh, super green. I just love how fresh and glowy. I did not add any highlighter. That's just from the blush. And it could easily be adapted if you are more oily. Use powder products instead of creams and go in with a setting spray. But as for me and my dry face, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. I'll link everything that I used down below. And some of those links are affiliate links, and I get like the smallest, literally pennies, bit of commission from them. So I appreciate those of you that do click through and use them. As always, be blessed and be kind. Feel free to let me know what you would like to see next. I'm excited for spring and summer. Bring on the colorful looks. Yes. And we will see each other again soon. Bye. Spring.